345 354.
354. Yo, everybody, welcome to Team RaddTitan. This is the weekly collectors chat. Alex is back over there, looking slightly perplexed and confused and slightly flustered, trying to get sound and his camera to link up. But we are here finally, and it's gone. So the little Hebrew's gone to pray. Judaism is a tough religion. And then what we're going to be doing is we'll be going through the latest collecting news that's been going on. We're going to be touching on the STL files. Are they ruining the hobby? Are they killing it? Is it the future or is it the demise of collecting? Let us know in the comments below, and obviously jump in with any super chats if you want to support the channel. That'd be great. We will be going over some bits and pieces, latest updates and all that, any sort of gossip and bits and pieces that have happened. I've actually just been charged for, I've just paid a tariff fee on the Sideshow Collectibles Beast. So we'll be going over that as well. We're talking about that. And, we'll obviously be filling your questions as we go. So if you have anything you want to ask me, Alex, or both of us, then don't be shy in the comments below. Anyway, Alex, how are you, man? Welcome. How's things going?
Yeah, not bad. Just, I need to sort out my camera. My sound was going all funky, pissing me off. As always, just before the chat, it kind of decides it doesn't want to play ball. It was in Italy last weekend. So just got back, went to a wedding, so that was nice.
Was the wedding in English?
I didn't go actually. We went to the I went to like the after party thing, but then the wedding party was kind of woke up in the morning. I was like, yeah, I can't be bothered to do this bit. So I just said, I'll stay home with Logan. Just, tell him Logan's not well or something. So just did that and stayed home with Logan. Instead watched, I actually watched Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
Which one is that?
It's quite dark, actually. It's quite
Which
dark.
one is it? The book's quite
it's kind
dark.
of like, yeah, it's like a stop motion one.
Okay.
And
you didn't let your little man watch that, did you?
He wasn't really paying attention, to be honest. He was playing with
So
his
that
stuff.
would be yes, then.
Yeah. But no, it's quite dark actually. It's like I don't remember the original anyway too much, but it's probably more, and it probably is based on the book more than the Disney one. So like it's basically Geppetto's son dies in a bomb, like a bombing in World War II or
Okay.
So they blow up a church, and it's meant to be that the plane flying by, they just randomly dropped their payload because their plane was too heavy or some shit, and it dropped on the church, and the kid was in the church, and it kills Geppetto's kid, and he, obviously he's not very happy about it, so he becomes like an alcoholic, and then one day he's drunk and he kind of sculpts. What it is the boy has like a pine cone, and he goes, "Oh, Daddy," because Geppetto's a carpenter. He's like, "I'm going to grow a tree and I'm going to do this and this and this." And he's like, "Oh, that's a great place to start," whatever. And then he gets blown up and he takes a pine cone, plants it. And then when it's grown, one day he's at his son's gravestone and basically like chops a tree down, kind of builds like a little boy. And then this kind of fairy demon thing comes and talks to Jiminy Cricket and says, "Look, you have to look after this man, and basically if you make him happy and you do all this stuff, I'll give you one wish," and all this crap. And then she makes Pinocchio real, and then he gets kidnapped, taken to the circus, all that kind of business. But yeah, it was a lot more darker than I remembered anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't become a real boy in the end.
He doesn't. You spoil it.
No.
Spoiler.
No, he doesn't. Sorry, spoiler alert. He doesn't know. What happens is he dies, and then Jiminy Cricket uses his one wish to bring him back. Okay. And then basically there's a little monkey as well. Like they take a monkey from the circus, just like a little one-eyed blind monkey or whatever. And then they end up like, the Jiminy Cricket dies. He puts him in a matchbox and puts him in his heart, and then Geppetto dies, and then the monkey dies, and he kind of goes up to the gravestones, and they're all dead, and he, goes off wandering around the world, and that's it.
That's got to be the most depressing start to any collector's chat that's ever happened in the history of man. Literally, must be the worst. I'm literally that's so bad.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah, it
missed a
wasn't good.
wedding to sit and watch a depressing version of Pinocchio with your child.
Yeah.
Surely the
Yeah.
wedding would have been better.
I'm sure both would have been boring as fuck, but yeah. Actually, the Pinocchio wasn't boring. It was actually all right.
Mm-hmm. I have read about it before.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that the name Pinocchio means something to do with the pineal gland, doesn't it? To do with your third eye. There's all that
I have
sort of
no idea.
meanings. Yeah, I think in Italian, I think the breaking of those words means something about your third eye.
No,
So
I
the
don't know.
story is actually like a big metaphor for like opening your eyes and seeing the world for how it really is.
Yeah. I didn't get that bit, but yeah. Who we got in the chat? So we got Cola Man in the house. How you doing? Dante, do not forget to hit the thumbs up, everyone. Thank you very much. I don't know why that banner's going. There you go. Let's stop that. Dante, this Oz Gaming Collector. How you doing? Big up, lad Titans.
Yes.
Evening, Nick. How you doing? Dante, this. By the way, Alex's setup is looking amazing. Seriously sets off the collection amazingly. Thanks, man. Cheers. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm actually looking through my collection at the moment. Hello, Honky Tonks. How you doing? I'm looking for like pieces which are like 18 inches or below, and I'm going to try and see what I can kind of put in this one, because this one at the moment is just all because my parents stayed here over the weekend, so I just wanted everything put away so those fuckers didn't break anything.
Yeah.
So I still need to sort out the crow, the black cat, and some other bits. So I'm still working stuff out. It gets to that point of though, what do I want to do? I need to work out if I want all the busts here, if I want a whole Spider-Man wall, if I want, I have to work out what I want to do.
Yeah. It's the hardest part is the start, for sure.
Yeah.
The hardest part is the sort of start.
Sparkle Inferno in the house. How you doing?
Welcome, brother.
Yeah, we made it. Pinocchio cartoon is also pretty dark, like Bill Cosby's past search history. Yo, motherfuckers, critical mass in the house.
Yo, bitches.
I've just slipped my own gizzards. Is Alex Starman in disguise? Okay. So yeah, how's your week been?
Yeah, it's all right.
Boxes.
Yeah, it's been a bit fucking crazy here. Yeah, I've had 3 things arrive over the last few days. So, I got them. I managed to open up the Mad Creations Mr. Sinister quarter scale piece, the fan art piece. I've taken a few videos of the unboxing and stuff. I still need to do a review and everything else, and then do a few 360s. But there's so many switch outs and stuff. It's daunting how long it's going to take, because we've got 6 arms and 4 portraits, and when you put all those together, that's just a lot of mixing and matching.
Yeah.
There's a lot of options. So I'm sort of just taking it nice and slowly at the moment. Legendary Beasts, Dark, Superman has arrived. So I'm really excited to get that open, and it's arrived just as Superman's broken. Obviously, it's like gone. It's like perfect timing. It's turned up as the Superman movie sort of comes. People are sort of raving about it, so that's positive. The Bowen Designs Apocalypse arrived. My one I got the first one I had didn't have a box, so I had a couple of little bits and pieces of damage on mine, which always bothered me. So I wanted to get like the one with a box and stuff, and I've sort of replaced it. Still got the other one boxed up as a spare, but yeah, so that arrived as well. So it's all fucking kicking off. Like I said, Sideshow's Beast premium format I've been charged for it, so that's done. That's going to be on its way soon, and I'm expecting.
What was the tariff fee then?
$30, which isn't bad considering the fact that the shipping was really cheap. Like Sideshow shipping is well cheap, like it was $120. But I can't get a Bowen Designs piece sent by hand for 100. Like it's like fucking near enough the same sort of money if I get like a couple of bucks. It wants like $120. So, for me, I was a bit like, that's pretty good. So 150 all in with the tariffs. So I was a bit like, that's probably what I paid for cable to be shipped, which was one of the last pieces from Sideshow I actually got in.
Oh, I found my cable.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
How's
because that
that
was one of
really?
the ones. That was one of the ones in my move. If anyone's not aware, that I moved house twice, and cable was boxed up. And for some reason, when I moved house here, I just didn't remember seeing the box. I really didn't remember seeing it,
Yeah.
and I literally had everything downstairs, like half downstairs, half upstairs. Then I pulled everything out upstairs, put everything in again, and whatever else, and I still don't remember seeing it. And the other day, I was pulling out some things and sorting some stuff out, and I was like, "There you are. Stay there, my friend. Stay there. Got
Yeah.
big plans for you." But
I
then there was also part of me where I thought, I don't know where the fuck that's going now.
I'm
Kind of
actually just
hoping it was lost.
I'm kind of considering, what I'm going to sort of move around because there's so many pieces that are coming in now that like I just don't have the space for. So I'm thinking of what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to make some changes. I'm going to have to
Yeah.
box up a few pieces that have been on display for a few years, give them a bit of a break, and put some new. I mean, the Mad Creations Sinister was a bit of a surprise, just how good it was. It took me a bit. It's my first Mad Creations piece, so I didn't know what I was sort of expecting. Sort of based on pictures, it's like, yeah, it's pretty cool. And that was my only thinking about it. Then when I was unboxing, I was like, wow, this is pretty impressive. And then when I've got it all out and it's all like on display, like on its box, standing there, I'm a bit like, I don't want to put that away.
Yeah.
It's the biggest compliment I can give it. I was like, I don't want to put that away, so other things have to go. So I've got to make some room for it, but it's big as well, so you're taking
Well,
a bit of space.
I've got the Punisher, and literally I need to do that. Now my parents are not here. I've got the space to kind of set it up. I've actually got, like, because I cleared a load of stuff out because I was like worried. So I just cleared everything out. And then I've got a space there I can put it for now. I got space over there I can put it for now. So yeah, and I don't think it's huge anyway. So yeah, I'll sort that out. Looking forward to it. Darren Crofer, how you doing? Mr.
No, brother.
Kennedy, sup? Mitchell, sorry,
Kennedy!
Mitchell Lawrence, how's it going? Critical Mass for Brilliant Jim. What's up, everyone? Geo, did you get your name more?
It is on the way, bros. That's another one I was about to say. That's also en route, and that was shipped like a couple of weeks, after Legendary Beast Superman was shipped. So it's soon. And my wife is sort of like looking at me like, "What are you going to do? Like, honestly, what are you going to do?" And I'm like, now I'm starting to actually feel that pressure. Like I need to get up into my loft and I need to sort of get some boxes down and box some stuff up and get ready because it's all about to get a bit fucking serious here. I'm also expecting Alpha 3 Studios Cyclops is due soon as well. That's also like apparently meant to ship this week. Yeah. So it's all fucking kicking off, man. Proper kicking off. And I'm worried because at the moment Sinister's out on his box in my room. Legendary Beast, that massive box is out in my hallway. So I ain't got any, like, you know what I mean? If anything else happens, my room's going to be just full of boxes and I won't be able to come in here. That's where it's heading if I don't get my shit together soon.
That's not good. No, I do. I need to sort out a load of stuff, and I'm now. I said this to you the other day where I wasn't kind of bothered for a while. I was a bit like, yeah, I'll get stuff set up soon. Or, yeah, whatever. I'll get my stuff in the summer. Yeah, I'll get it sorted. And then I got these cabinets and I started filling them up. So now I've kind of got the taste for it a bit. And I'm like, I want to unbox more. I want to unbox more now. So I really need to get these cabinets. They're meant to be coming in August. So, fingers crossed.
Not long.
Not long at all. Not long at all. Collector Zone, how you doing? Yo, everyone. How you doing? I'm going to be seeing some of these guys in about a month's time. I'm going to be going to the Statue Con, and that's from like the 7th to the 10th of August in Michigan.
I hope you made it over there so you can slap the fucking black off him, I'll tell you that.
Who's that?
You know that is. The fucking start bubble and run away, that fucking guy.
Was that?
He hangs about with them over there, so I hope you bump into him.
I'm sure there's a few people that you don't like I'm going to bump into.
Don't like is a strong word. I don't really dislike anyone. I tried to explain this to my son the other day. He's just got into this habit of I hate. I don't know where it's come from. But I tried to explain that. Hate is like a really strong word. You shouldn't really use that word ever for anything.
Yeah.
Like, don't like is even strong, to be brutally honest.
Yeah.
People aggravate me, but it's like, to dislike them is not really accurate.
I missed out Mitchell Lawrence, a nice guy there. Sorry, I don't know why I'm going to skip down the comments a bit. How you doing, both of you? Yeah, so I'm going to go there anyway, and going to fly over there. It's only like a short thing, so go over there. I had some sort of air miles I had to use up before September, so I used them up and ended up not costing very much overall. So I thought, if I get, why not? So let's do it. A lot of content, a lot of people over there. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Nice.
And what are we doing? Should we get straight into the comments, or what do you want to do?
Either or, let's go though. Let's get going. A lot to get through. Probably the best time now is to mention our sponsor, which is Spec Fiction. If you don't know Speculative Fiction or Spec Fiction Shop, Todd Johnson, he's got his own gig going on. He's a distributor. He's got loads of sort of licensed pieces and so even some fan art bits and pieces that he sells and deals on. So you want to get onto their group and onto their website and check out. They have some crazy deals going on over there as well. If there's a piece where you're like thinking to yourself, you might have missed the ship. It might have just been beyond you, sold out and all that. And now you can't get hold of it. The eBay prices are absolutely fucking crazy. I suggest you get onto his page and his group and get on there on the website and have a look at his was it Dynamic Deals? Check them things out because some weekly wonders, yeah. And you some things are just like 50-60% off, and they're things that are sold out. Which I have no understanding of why that works the way that it does, but you can get some crazy stuff on there. I recently saw the XM Apocalypse sell for next to nothing, which I couldn't understand. There's some crazy deals. Definitely get over there and check them out.
Well, it's like got the Darth Maul Iron Studios 1/4 scale. That's about 25% off at the moment. That's a really nice piece. And loads of pieces. So yeah, get on there. So Spec Fiction Shop / collections / weekly -wonders. I can put that in the comments anyway. And you've got a load of deals going on. And if you buy more stuff, you get more discount as well.
Yeah.
Of it.
I need to stop buying stuff.
I need to get once I get everything set up, I can decide on what I'm going to get rid of and what I'm going to keep. So, and don't know, the funny thing is I use the same folder, right? Every time we do a live stream, I use the same folder.
Yeah.
And I haven't changed the name. It wasn't named as live or anything like that. And it's the wonders. So when at the end of the chat, I'll go there and I'll delete everything we've done and leave it in the folder and then add it to it next week.
Yeah.
And the folder is called the 15th of the 12th, 2023. So it's I've been doing it for over a year and a half, just using the same folder.
All right.
God. And it doesn't. That's the thing, is it doesn't bother me that it's like some random date in the middle of December, 2023. It doesn't bother me that it's that, and it's not, live stream photos. It's not anything else. It's just a random date. I sent Boombox, Josh. I sent him. We were comparing movie lists, so I sent him a list of my hard drive. Like a spreadsheet with my titles, and he sent me a list of his, and all of his stuff was nicely named. So it was Alien 1979 or whatever it is, and Jaws 1977, and it was all listed like that. Mine was Alien hyphen then the file type, then like whatever, and all these random like name of the person who downloaded it from, like all this just like random shit, all in a big line after Alien. And it's all like one big block of text, and it was literally like a whole spreadsheet of just all of this. And he just goes, "How can you like have that as your list? Doesn't it bother you?" And I'm like, "Not in the slightest. No, it doesn't
Yeah,
bother
but
me
they
at all."
don't know you really. They think they know you. They have no idea.
Mm.
The amount of half-heartedness is like uncrazy. Like it's madness.
Well, it's not about half-heartedness. It's just,
It is.
just,
Of course it
it
is.
just doesn't
You
fucking.
sent
It
that
just,
list with all that shit written on it, and you couldn't be bothered to clean it up and send like a proper list.
I don't clean
What
up
else
for
can it be
myself. How the fuck
described
am I
as?
going to clean up for that cunt?
I rest my case, man. The defense rests.
So,
All right, so this is the Mr. Sinister. Then this is the from Mad Creation. So this is a quarter scale Mr. Sinister. It comes with there's about 53 pieces they made. I got 51 or 53, and I believe I got the very last one. This basically was sort of like this is about 2-3 years in the making. Yeah, it comes with 4 heads and it comes with 6 arms, and you get basically I want to call them an incubator, probably is the right word, sort of like a futuristic
yeah,
incubator, and you get baby Cable and you get baby Mystique in those canisters there. So this is the sort of like maniacal laughing sort of portrait, which is pretty cool.
I don't want.
Yeah, it's good, man. This is a sort of smug sort of it's just really got like a smug sort of I'm fucking awesome look. This face actually one of my favorite portraits. This one's a very good one. And that is the modern portrait from more sort of House of X and Dawn of X and Sins of Sinister look for Mr. Sinister. Well, this is a very nice portrait as well, looking slightly more downward. All of them have a slight angle change on the portrait, which is genius.
Ain't that Age of Apocalypse? No, or no?
No.
Okay.
And then there's there's the sort of like smiling face again, more classic look. So yeah, and then you've got a sort of like 6 different sets of arms. And it's very interesting this paint because the light is a big factor in this, and it looks like it's purple, and it is a sort of like a glassy metallic car paint purple. But the soles of his hands are like grip gloves, and they're black. And inside that sort of purple is like a billion specks of neon sort of blue,
glittery,
which is really fucking cool. Yeah, it's really. I mean, it might be some of the best factory paint I've ever seen on a fan art piece. That's how good it is, and it's very neat. So there's the body there. I love that shot. There's baby Cable.
Did baby Cable have a robot arm though?
It's techno-organic virus arm. Doesn't have a robot arm.
No,
Not
but
a robot arm. His arm was not changed for a robot arm. The techno-organic virus does that. It changes you like into a machine.
No, I know, but didn't he get it a bit later on or not?
No, he got it like sort of as a baby. He was infected, wasn't he? By I believe wasn't it Sinister himself? I think it was Sinister himself or Apocalypse, but I think it's Sinister. They gave him it. I think it's Sinister that gave it to him. But you got to remember, like Sinister basically is.
No, wasn't it Apocalypse done something because Cable was the only one who could fuck him up or something?
Oh no, Cable was engineered by design by Mr. Sinister. What happened is Mr. Sinister was like a geneticist fucking genius. Yeah. He was infected by I think he was a mutant, but he was infected by Apocalypse, right? So he's affected by Apocalypse, and he starts becoming he starts doing this testing on human subjects. Okay, so he's like doing all these tests on human prisoners and things, right? His wife at the time sort of like finds his lab, right, and has got all these human remains in there, and he's been experimenting on his dead son's carcass, like his body of his dead child. Now, at the time, Mr. Sinister's wife, I think her name was Rebecca. Don't quote me. I'm doing my best here from what I know from, the reading from years ago. And she's pregnant. She sort of runs away and she gets really upset. And then she sort of comes back and she miscarries and she dies. It's quite depressing. And as she's dying, he's like trying to like get her to forgive him. He's like asking her if like he says he'll like change and everything, and he's trying to break free of like apocalypse. No, he's trying to sort of like change his ways. And she says something to him like, and I think the last words that she said was a description of him, and she called him Sinister. So when he's obviously broken and devastated by this, then Apocalypse basically changes Nathaniel Essex, who is Mr. Sinister, changes him into Mr. Sinister with his celestial, I want to say celestial, it's right, isn't it? Celestial sort of like magic and armor and all of his advanced engineering. And then he says, like, what do you want to be called? Like, shed that life, forget about that life of pain, and be somebody else. And he says he wants to be known as Mr. Sinister. That was the last thing that his wife sort of said about him. And then he feels like Apocalypse then is interfering with him too much. So he wants to kill him, he wants to get him out of the way. So then he basically realizes, he finds in Scott Summers and his family tree that him and sort of Jean Grey, that they basically are powerful enough that if they had an offspring, it would be strong enough to kill Apocalypse. So basically, he sort of fabricates that, but Jean Grey dies, doesn't she? So then he clones her, makes Madeline Pryor, and then basically tricks Cyclops into sleeping with her, and then she gets pregnant, and the baby is Cable, and that basically baby is got the genetics of Jean Grey and Scott Summers, who he believes are the two most powerful sort of mutants that could their bloodline would produce an heir that would be strong enough to kill Apocalypse and change the fate of the world.
Yeah, but then Apocalypse goes back and infects him.
I think it's that. I think so. And then I can't remember what happens with Strife, but there is like, obviously there was alternative timelines to Sinister, to all of them. And in one of the timelines, Mr. Sinister actually raises Cable and is very, very fond and he loves him very much. So that, it depends on which sort of one you want to sort of go with, Yeah. But anyway, that's the baby. I don't understand the baby Mystique situation at all. So I'm sure that there's information on that somebody could fill us in on the bottom. But this is like the fire sort of arm. So he's got like one where he's holding out like it's got like clear resin. Nice job actually on that. It's not too delicate as well. It's a good like lump of flame, but it's not like really, really going to snap and break, which is clever.
Yeah.
And he's got a couple of arms where they're out wide, and these are the things that go in his back. It's got like
Brilliant Jim says he owned the piece. It's very nice, but it has a big footprint.
Yeah, it's exactly the issue, and you're right. It's about 56 centimeters wide.
Stucker said he saw Jaws in the cinema. And when it first came out, I bet it did. The old fart. See, it's important to read your comics and not rely on stories from TV and movies.
What's that?
Read your comics. Mr. Kennedy, happy JCGR. Yo, you made it. Good to see you. Then these all the wisps on his back, and they're all numbered, I guess.
Yeah, they're all individually numbered. Yeah, so there's like about 3 rows, and then you and they go in lovely. They go in perfect, no issues at all.
Mitchell Lawrence says, "Good, accurate breakdown, Geo."
Thank you. God bless you.
Yeah, God, that's a lot. I can see why you opened up the box and then closed it and was like, fuck that for a day.
Right, it was like 11 p.m. It was like 11:20. I was like, I'll just get them out. How long can it take? I was like, no.
I got the same kind of thing going on at the moment with this Punisher, where I was going to do it just before the live chat and an hour, and I thought, yeah, maybe. And then there's a guy, Brian Delaney, I think. PD. Yeah, so he takes some really good pictures. So I put his pictures actually in the chat. And I looked at them and I was like, that's a lot of different options. Nah, I'll do it later.
It's good. Yeah, it's got the base. It's got the old Dr. Martens on with the big diamond shoes on as well.
Here goes Mystique.
Yes.
Another one of them What do they
Well, yeah,
call those?
sort of like you can see sort of like the
Oh,
size.
cape.
Yeah.
It's a loincloth.
Yeah, you got the old metallic sort of big boots, and then you got like the metallic sort of colours underneath coming through on the legs.
Yeah, that's nice.
The end.
Yeah, it's really nice. Mm.
Big collar on him, like really big.
Massive, yeah.
And then when you
How
get the
tall is it?
about 25, like with the base and stuff, is around 25 inches, 25.5 inches, something like that. It's not crazy. The figure isn't much beyond like 20, 21. So it isn't like a ludicrously sized figure. And then sort of they go in like that, and then you can see like sort of they all go staggering like on top of each other. They're numbered like 1 through like 16 or something.
God, look at that chrome on his back, Jesus.
I know, that's what I'm saying about the paint. It's like really top. And it's got a lot of great breaking them up, you know, where there's matte sort of paints that are used just with a lot of textures to really break up that smoothness. That's really cool.
It's cool as well.
Yeah, these are really nice as well. I'm really amazed that nothing in here was like, all arrived in mint condition. You can see all the things that are coming off there. They're not all separate, but they're all connected onto them as it ships. See what I'm saying? All them like canister things, all the wires, all the gold bits, all the things hanging off it. I want to plug my headphones into that.
With Sinister's design, he could have been a Masters of the Universe character.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely.
Easily, yeah. There you go.
And it's the second row, and then you basically do the third row, and it's like, like that.
It's nice.
It is actually, dude. It's look, you can see there.
I like the mouth open, and I think the arms out.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of variables. What I like about this.
What's the flame then? Is that one of his powers, or?
Yeah, he's just sort of like being a bit flashy. It sort of suits the smug face because the smug face is actually looking right at that hand. So it's sort of like you know, be impressed. But you know, the thing I love about this piece is the fact that with the switch outs, you have an array of emotions that you can portray on this character. You've got maniacal, you've got, you know, villainous, you've got murderous, you've got sort of arrogant and sort of like a bit egotistical. You have all of these characteristics that you can portray however you see fit. I don't think I have a statue in my collection that can do that as well as this. Probably the best I've ever seen it done, which is, you know, you can change the mood of the piece just with a couple of switch outs. Change the arms and change the head, and you've got a completely different feeling. You know, which I really like that. I really like that you can do that.
I like that version.
This one's sort of a bit up, you know. The smile, his head's like very high, so it's a little bit like, you know, you put that on with the arms out, or with, you know, the arms either side like this. You've got this sort of chest up sort of thing going on. I just love the way it contrasts like that. All them, I mean, that's how I like it. I really love it with its arms out like that.
Yeah.
Stick it with, especially with the babies either side. But it is an incredible piece of work. So I think they did a really good job.
Boombox in the house. Happy to make it live on this rainy Wednesday afternoon.
Well,
we got a heat wave over here. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can see the detail on the gloves there.
So yeah, quite the nice breakup of sort of like matte colours in with really high sort of gloss shiny colours that sort of breaks up, and smooth versus contrast. It's just, you know, whoever's responsible for this project basically thought about everything.
Yeah.
They thought about the smallest of details. You're very
impressed. It was in the works for quite a long time, so you know.
Well, it's worth waiting for. You get it right like this. I don't think any pictures of this do any justice at all.
No.
No matter who's taking the pictures, I still don't think you quite get it.
I think that's the thing, is until I actually Sinister's henchman Ruckus was a favourite of mine.
What's that, man?
Ruckus. Sinister's henchman Ruckus was a favourite of mine. I'm not sure who Ruckus is.
I know about the Marauders. Is he a Marauder? Must be, in it. So yeah, there's like characters like from Chris Claremont created Mr. Sinister, so he did a lot of really good X-Men characters.
Ruckus is a member of the Nasty Boys. Is that the one? The one with the pink hair?
Yeah.
What's the total width on that with both capsules?
Here's the thing, right? And this can't be stated more. They are movable. Those things do not attach to the base, so you can turn them out wide. You can turn them in. You can put them at the back of him if you want to. You put them at the front if you want to. The actual shape of the base is like a hexagon shape. So they sort of like join on any one of the corners that you want them to. So probably at its narrowest is probably about 50 centimeters, I would say, that you can get it. And obviously, if you put it out really wide, it can be like 60. So, but you can actually put it behind him if you want to. So you can actually put both of them out there in front. You can just take them off and then squeeze them in the back corner, just sticking out from the sides a little bit. So in that case, it'll probably be like 45, 47, something like that. No more than that.
Yeah.
But this is long sold out. No one's buying this one. This is gone. So I've got the last
one.
He
was a member of the Nasty Boys who worked for Sinister. Oh, that's nice. Then you can make it fairly compact with them offset behind him on a riser. I think that would look nice.
Yeah, you could definitely do that. You could definitely put them, like elevate them a bit on a riser just behind him and lift them up. You definitely could do that and save a bit of your space. But I mean, they're really fucking cool, man.
No, then I can't wait to see that one. This then is another one in the same outfit. This one I've got literally boxed up over there, and I need to get it out. And these are the pictures I was talking about by Brian, and he takes really nice pictures. So, yeah, this is the Punisher, and again, you've got loads of switch outs on this. So, you got the skull head.
Like stick head, isn't it? Yeah.
I think it's got 4 as well, no?
I'm going to keep going. So you got him as well.
Like 3. That's the one back.
So yeah, 3.
And then you got the different hands as well. So you got the gun down like that. You got the gun up.
Yeah.
You got the gun out.
Yeah, but look, one's in a vest, Alex. One's in a t-shirt. That one.
Yeah, that's the arms.
I know, but in the last picture with the gun up in the air, he's not. Where's the t-shirt?
Yeah, but that's the arms.
I know, but that's what I mean. That's the change. I know it's the arms, but it's still like quite a cool change. It's almost wearing a vest up there.
Oh God! Also, I mean, if you look at his left arm, obviously to be the vest, he's holding the Daredevil.
Yeah.
But then he's got his shoulders out, and in this one, he's got a gun by his side.
Yes, right.
So, and this one, oh God.
That's another head. That's 4.
No, it's 3. Wait, start again. 1, 2, 3.
3.
That's that one, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Next head. Slick back hair. There. Who's that?
That's 4.
4. Stay with me, dude.
Yeah, that's 4.
Yeah, so far. Still the same guy. Same guy. Same guy. Yeah, but I swear there's one more.
Oh shit, the gun, that's another pose there, look.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Oh wow. There's a lot of poses.
But you see what I mean? It seems to be that the outfit, Mad Creations, his objective is to really give the longevity of the piece. You can you're basically going to be able to change your punning. All you have to do, turn it slightly to change the angle of what you're posing the torso and change the arms. Told you.
You said 6.
I thought it might be 6. There still might be more. It's either 5 or 6. It could be 5. I would have accepted 5 over 4.
I quite like the gun like that.
You can change it, man. That's the point. I mean, you can just tilt the base at side on angle like that. You've got all that on display there with the arm over the shoulder, holding the Deadpool, holding the gun.
He's holding the Daredevil now without the
with a t-shirt.
vest.
So that must mean the Daredevil must go on a couple of fists.
It must be that it changes at the forearm, like underneath the.
Potentially, I would like to fucking get. But yeah, you're going to open it up and see for yourself.
Oh man,
So many characters as well. You've got like the movie, the comics, series. So much going on.
Got the Amazing Spider-Man 129. That's his first appearance on the bag. Yeah, I can't wait to unbox that. My pictures won't look like that, so I thought I'd show these ones.
Yeah, barely show that. They're like professional pictures. They look very good.
Vibranium Jim says, "How do you think the Sinister compares to the one with Madeline Pryor?"
I think it smashes it to bits without even a fight.
Well,
There's a funny story about that Madeline Pryor one, right? And I nearly bought that a couple of years ago.
There's a lot of complaints about fittings. Like I think Matt Morosic said he had 3 of them, and all of them were a fucking nightmare to put together.
And apparently, Madeline Pryor, she don't look great. She don't look big. She don't look good. I think the issue is, I was going to have a deal with that piece like a couple of years ago, and I actually agreed a price with somebody. No, I don't love it. I actually agreed a price with somebody for that actual piece, and then they basically said, they couldn't go through with the sale because once I got it in hand and I looked at all of the problems that it had, that I would highlight them, and then the commissioner would find out who it was that sold it, and then they'd fucking get thrown out of the group. So I actually wouldn't send it to me based on he was selling the piece. Then when he found out it was me and he negotiated a price, once he realised who he was selling it to, he went, "I can't sell it to you." He said, "Because you've got too much heat." He said, "As soon as that goes up and you look at it and you start highlighting all the problems," he said, "you're going to get me fucking killed in this group." I was like, "Okay." I understood that. I could respect that. I'm not going to lie to somebody and say, "Well, I won't do that. I won't," because that's not what I'm going to do. So I was a bit like, "Yeah, you're probably right. If there's problems, I'm definitely going to highlight them." So I think there's a few issues with that piece, to be honest. And to be honest with you, the base is quite fucking boring. I quite like that her and him sort of together, but really, she's a side chick, isn't she? Let's be honest. You're not exactly who you want, taking center stage with Sinister, to be fair.
Yeah. I think Ruckus was ginger beer. Oh. Yeah. Happy Wednesday. How you doing, Lex? Hope you're good. Then next up, we have the Death Dealer. So this is a life-size bust of the Death Dealer. This is by Todd Dave Ico's outfit. So this is Reventure Studios.
So this is it? What's his name?
Frank Frazetta.
Yeah, is he probably? Yeah.
And yes, a life-size Death Dealer. So it's going
so
to be
obviously has arms and shit, yeah?
Yeah. Then you've got Iron Studios have got the Alien license, so they're doing 1/10 line of the big chap.
Is this the more recent piece from Romulus, or is it someone else? Is this the OG one?
It's OG. Yeah.
Look quite sleek, that.
Yeah, it's nice. 9.4 inches high by 6.4 wide by 6.7 wide by 6.4 deep. So it's
very
nice.
excited with that detail.
Yeah. That's nice. This is teased by PCS. So this is going to be at San Diego Comic-Con at the end of the month.
It's your mum, isn't it? Who is that?
Different. Well, it's a teaser, isn't it? So
I have to guess.
I can't say who it is.
If I guess it right, will you tell me?
I'll tell you, later.
Oh. Oh,
Who do you think it is?
I got no idea. I was going to think about it though. Now I'm not going to bother.
Nah, fuck you then. Silver Surfer goes up for pre-order tomorrow. This is the through licensing. They can't. They actually got to call it Silver Surfer because it's the license that it's done through is Marvel Snap, and because it's a Silver Surfer card, and the Silver Savage is a variant of the Silver Surfer card, it has
Yeah.
to be called Silver Surfer.
Yeah, I got you.
So they can't call it Silver Savage.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's all weird. Licensing's weird. This is the deluxe version. So this comes with the Gladiator helmet and
Yield.
oh god, what's that thing called? The Corker, is it or something
No idea.
on the base? And yeah, this has been electroplated. So
He's
it's
a champion.
very.
Like he's meant to be the champion, isn't he?
I think it's like I did kind of read into it, and he doesn't really fight the Hulk. He's just trying to persuade him not to fight. And
Yeah, but who's the champion? Is it Better Ray Bill then that's the champion in there? I think it is.
no, I don't think it is Beta Ray Bill. I don't even know if Beta Ray Bill's in the story.
He is, yeah. And I think he might
Is he?
be the champion. One of them is the champion, isn't? I don't think in Ragnarok they play it like the Hulk is the champion. Thor comes in, and it's like fighting against him, and the Hulk is the champion. But that's not. I don't think that's right. I think the champion was Better Ray Bill.
Okay. Well, I know Silver Savage is one of them anyway, but yeah.
What do you think
Again,
about this?
let me come back to that one because again, for some reason I fucked up the name. Then you got the Tiamat as well, which this
Fucking
piece
hell.
is so big. It's so big.
So fucking cool, don't man.
It is very cool. Very cool piece.
Queen of the Dragons.
It's 3 massive boxes, you know that?
Yeah, I know. It's the Queen of the Dragons, isn't it? All dragons is like a dragon god, isn't it? Tiamat.
It does pair nicely with all the Godzilla pieces as well. Look at that.
Well, I think that there is Spiral fucking Studios is King Ghidorah. That's
Yeah.
fucking massive, that piece, and it don't look too far away from that, to be fair.
Well, if he put his wings up, he'd be bigger.
Yeah, maybe. Does look impressive, though. It really does look good. So kudos to BTS.
Okay, back to the Silver Surfer. So this is the regular version, I guess. I actually
kind of
prefer the
prefer
regular
this one.
version. Yeah, exactly. I think that for me, the other version's a bit busy.
Yeah.
And I don't really. I mean, it adds a little bit of storytelling, but I just don't think it's necessary.
Well, it takes away, though, doesn't it, from other things that, like, I think you could have got away with maybe putting the helmet on this one and then maybe putting the fucking shield on the other one. But I think the helmet and the shield is probably just a little bit with all the little.
Oh, the helmet. I think the helmet, the shield, and the tentacles is just kind of crams a bit too much.
I like the idea of the helmet, and you could have made it where it was basically it was a proximity where you just like can move it where you want to, which would have been cool.
Yeah.
So you can take it off and be like, yeah, I don't want to use it. I want to keep it strictly museum and just a rock base. Awesome. It does look great. The figure looks decent. Looks cool.
Yeah. I mean, and the electroplating's done really well. So hopefully you get the factory to replicate this. You can see like the great reflection in the board. And this piece was an absolute nightmare to photograph because our Photoshop person, so they had to go back and kind of blur all of the stuff on the because all the reflection you could see the actual photographer in there.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like, I don't know. I mean, like you could literally see when you zoomed into the abs and stuff like that, you could see the photographer in all the abs, holding the camera on his knees like that. So they had to go through and do it. But yeah, I do. I prefer this version. I really do. That's the Dulux. I just find it's too much crammed on the base.
Yeah, I'm in agreement.
Geo, have you heard there's a new Age of Apocalypse, Age of Revelations comic that's been announced that takes place in the future molded by Apocalypse?
No, but I fucking want to read that. Thanks for the heads up, bro. Checking that shit out.
Yeah, so this goes up for pre-order tomorrow.
Nice. I've got a fan art Apocalypse coming, dare I say. Shouldn't be.
Yeah. Then this is the Sideshow Mythos Batman Darkest Before Dawn statue. And this is the concept here. Sorry, it's a bit blurry.
Great quote.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can see like there's a big kind of bat as the base. And then he's kind of diving with his swords behind him. So, quite a cool piece.
Yeah.
Could be really nice. Then you got the Green Lantern. Is this Sideshow?
No, this is Green Lantern. This is Iron Studios. I believe this is like a 1/10 one as well. Very cool though.
Oh wow, really? Okay,
yeah,
they did really well for 1/10.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's got all the like that.
Oh yeah, you can see the size now. Yeah,
but that's nice. The detail, man. It's good.
Yeah. Green Lantern Unleashed.
Very nice.
Yeah, they did well. Their 1/10 stuff is really nice anyway.
Strong, very strong line.
I don't know what their squirrel's called.
He's called Sheftka, a Russian green squirrel.
Then you got the Moon Knight, which they announced the edition size of the exclusive at 750. So these are the
450.
Is it 450? Sorry.
Yeah. The edition size for the exclusive is 450. I think the regular version, I think, is 750.
Oh, okay.
And these are the early concept. These are like design concepts from the artist itself. So these pictures now are like the artist like designing the piece and sort of like putting it together. I ordered this as well.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 450. There you go. Nice.
I couldn't let this go, considering that it's like a rooftop Moon Knight. I actually really like the fact that they copied that fan art sort of design of the Scorpion, like Venom over the Spider-Man. For me, that's one of my like that in terms of fan art pieces. That's one of my favorite Venoms. But I find that Sideshow's new Venom is like that, just without the Spider-Man body on it. It's pretty much a similar thing. But yeah, I like the fact that he's got the werewolf sort of up by the throat. You've got the two heads, the sort of classic in the modern heads. I think
is that what the exclusive is? It's just the werewolf head. Yeah,
it's the werewolf head that is the exclusive part. It's the classic look, which is like more of a man. I actually, it's funny because I prefer the more modern look where it's actually a werewolf. I probably will only be displaying the modern look. Then I've said that before and I've been proved wrong. So
yeah, I think we all have. This is the Mystique. This has been delivered. This looks really nice.
Collectors are getting this in hand, but this is now starting to starting to flood out everywhere.
Really good. Wow.
So I feel on a bit of a roll at the moment, to be honest. I think they're probably out the strongest I've ever been at the moment in terms of their releases. I mean, I haven't bought stuff like pieces from Sideshow in years, and I've got 4 pre-orders with them. And that's like, I don't think I've ever had 4 pre-orders with them at any one time. So I'm going to have to say I think it's probably the strongest time of doing business.
I don't think I pre-ordered anything from Sideshow in a long time.
Did you get the Venom?
No, not yet. No. I can't remember my last pre-order.
Beast, Archangel, Moon Knight, Venom.
Can't tell you what my last one was. So long ago. I mean, I think I've got I ordered some stuff for Vass because he can't order to Portugal.
Yeah.
So I ordered some hot toys for him. But other than that,
what's your last order? That's the thing. I'm trying to remember mine.
I'm trying to open up now.
I'm trying to remember mine.
Oh, a couple of apples.
Proper statue, like pre-orders, proper pre-orders. I don't know.
So a couple of apples. I ordered the silver foil Action Comics #1. I ordered the He-Man Power Sword, Logan, and Silver Surfer
None of
on the
those.
same day.
I've got statues. I'm trying to think of what's the last one.
Well, no, I ordered Silver Surfer for you, and then I sent it to you and took your one off you.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And that was 2020. That was July 23rd, 2020, right? And then I ordered another Apple in 19, and then I hadn't ordered anything up until October 2018.
Yeah, I don't. Like I said, I'm trying to remember. I'm looking around here. I actually think it's Darkseid. I'm looking around here. It's got to be it. It's got to be Darkseid for repaint. The repaint I did.
April 17 was Guyver 1. Thanos on Throne was March 30th, 17. Spider-Man 2099 was December 14th, 16. I cancelled the Terminator.
When did
300
Darkseid come in? Check the date. Do you know?
I didn't order it, so I don't know.
You're not. Look. Does it have the date on it? I'm not sure if it does though.
Nah, I don't think it will. It will show you if you go into your orders. It will tell you.
I'm used to fun.
No worries. Sorry today. I wonder how the Batman would look next to the Bane market. I doubt it would work. But I like the Batman concept. Nah, I don't think it would work.
It's really dynamic, that kind of Batman as well.
F stay in the house. Cheers, buddy.
Hey man, how are you?
Hope you're good. Hope your health's good. Her sitting like that with the gun is giving out confusing signals.
Yeah.
I wish XM Mystique was smaller. I do love the sculpt. Yeah, the sculpt was beautiful.
Yeah, it was great. And it was meant to go perfectly with the XM Studios Magneto. And they managed to fuck that up, which was just like, how? I have no idea. Soon they have the fucking Magneto. They should have done a print and put it next to the statue, and it was too big, and fucking put it down.
Well, she was too big, and he was just slightly too small. So it adds up that way. I think she's really nice.
Yes, it's lovely.
Then you got the Aquaman, Lord of the Deep. So that's another Sideshow mythos piece, and this is the concept here. Looks a bit like kind of like Davy Jones from fucking Pirates of the Caribbean or something, you know?
Yeah, it does a bit, yeah.
Kind of vibe I'm getting. One of the problems that people do complain about is why they always make Aquaman with his trident in the air, adding on like loads of inches of height.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's what people always complain about, you know?
Yeah, definitely. He's an unfortunate weapon.
Yeah.
I pre-ordered this as well.
This then is the Death of Spider-Man.
I fucking love this. I absolutely love this. I think this looks brilliant.
It's a bit brutal, though. I don't know, it's a bit too brutal.
Yeah, but you're gay. You know, you're like, oh, like Spider-Man. Fuck Spider-Man. I'm glad it's getting fucked up here by a lizard. This is what would happen in reality.
I don't know. Spider-Man's quite strong.
Yeah, fucking twist him up. It's good. It's got him. I like the fact he's like got his tail wrapped around him. There's like 4 points of contact on this statue. I was saying this to the commissioner when I ordered. I was like, I'm just interested to see how you're going to do this. And he was like, ain't that hard? Yeah. I was like, dude, you've got 4 points of contact on the statue on Spider-Man. 4 points. You've got him grabbing both arms or biting him around the throat and chest, and the tail was constricting his body. That's fucking tough. That's got to be a tough engineering job. To be. I'm thinking to myself, how's he going to do it? Is he going to do it Spider-Man's one piece? And it can't be. How's he going to do that?
You would kind of do that. Spider-Man is maybe attached to the tail.
Just the body, though, or
maybe all of the Spider-Man attached to, or
how's his arms holding?
No. Can you see my mouse or no?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
So okay. I'd say maybe the legs are attached to the tail, which pegs underneath, and then there's a
Right.
separate tail. And then
Right.
you see where that the diamond comes down on his stomach.
Yeah.
That upper torso is attached to his mouth with his head,
Yeah.
and then his arms are attached to his arms. To his hands, sorry.
So basically, what you're saying is that Spider-Man's going to be
In
a
4
two
parts.
torso and then arms and head and neck. It's a lot of seams. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. I think this is a fantastic design. And I do love the fact that it's brutal. That is exactly the right word to describe it.
That's going to leave a hell of a hickey. Yeah.
I just love his like lifeless body, martial ripped, and that is a proper fucking bite on him there.
Yeah.
Like prehistoric as well. It's more like a dinosaur type, sort of like maybe like Komodo dragon, monitor lizard head style, which I really like.
He ain't coming back.
He is also doing. Ain't even that big. It's like pretty good size. He's like 29. Not that wide. It's not that big. But
Well, it's like the 40, so 16 inches deep.
Yeah.
By 16.6 wide.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
I don't think it's that bad. But you can also get it where you get the lizard on his own. I think there's only 5 left though at the moment of the lizard alone.
Oh, so it's not that there's 2 versions of it. It's not like you can switch out.
No, it's 2 versions.
Okay.
And I'm assuming it's because of how this will be constructed versus the other one.
Mm.
So the other one is just him, the lizard, sitting on the thing, base the same, like that. And it's got like 4 heads. So it's got like the sort of classic lizard head. It's got like the dinosaur-like head. It's got like the iguana. That's like the iguana head, that one. That one's the one where he's basically biting him, is that head. And it's more like a dinosaur-esque fucking build, which is my favourite anyway. So
it's one time Spider-Man isn't getting away.
But this is why I like it, I think, I think this is an opportunity as well to get on the ground floor, just like the Venom sort of like attacking Spider-Man, like over his body thing. That piece, that done really well. I think this is going to do the same. It's a nice Spider-Man sort of setup to have if you want to set up like loads of villains. Imagine that lizard, right? Like that with the Spider-Man, yeah? You got that one. Imagine putting Venom, Mysterio, fucking Sandman, anybody you want to, all around that. With that Spider-Man fucked like that, you could basically put any Spider-Man villain alongside, and it looks like the Gauntlet. I don't know if anybody remembers the
The Gauntlet had some wicked covers.
It did, and it also has him fucked on a lot of the covers.
Yeah.
And this is the sort of thing I'm talking about, where you could put Lizard with holding him like that, and you could put fucking Mysterio one side, fucking Sandman the other side, Venom fucking there, Green Goblin somewhere, and just basically that they've all set up on him.
That is nice. So where are you going to put that one?
Don't know, stupid fucking
Where's the classic one then?
I think the classic. Keep going. I don't know. Keep going. Show me the portraits. No.
That one?
Yeah, that one. I think that's it. It's the head I like the least.
Yeah.
This is that one. It's
Is
more
that
like
the seam then? Is that the seam here?
Where?
Is that the seam there?
As soon as I think he'll be showing me.
Yeah.
I like it as a standalone. If you like lizards, definitely the best looking standalone lizard there is. Question.
No, it's a cool piece.
But this is the same outfit. It's sort of like all look like Solomon Grundy and Clayface and all them ones and Killer Croc. So some of their monsters are pretty good.
Yeah. And Does anyone else think the statue community will embrace new Superman and solicit premium statues from companies like Queen, Prime One, J&D Studios?
Definitely.
I'm just not looking forward to it at all. I just have no excitement for it. You know, for me, I'm just like, I don't care.
I'm a little bit more optimistic just because I'm, you know, I was attached to the Snyderverse. I could go out and live and probably say that Man of Steel might be the best comic book movie ever made. I think there's an argument. For how good that film is. Man of Steel was a very, very good film. Really good. So, I was quite connected and attached to the Snyderverse sort of line. I think the Snyder Cut, like Justice League, is fucking outstanding. It's a stunning movie as well. So, but I'm always up for the fact that, things are there to be beaten, to be bettered. And if you can, then good. I don't really like the director much. This is my problem. He just gets on my nerves, just him talking and listening to him. I don't like him at all.
Didn't he like fuck them all over or something with Guardians on?
I don't know. I don't know any. I'm not talking about any sort of like agenda-driven hate where at least done something wrong. I'm just talking about, 43 years old and I've met thousands of people, and he just looks like someone that if I was out drinking with, he'd end up in a box by the end of the night. He just looks like someone that would bother me. He'd bring me to violence. Just his whole demeanor and mannerisms bother me. So when I watch him in interviews and when I see him talking, even when he's trying to be humble, I don't think he comes across as very humble. I think he comes across a bit of up your arse, sort of egotistical, fucking I'm great kind of person. And I have to be honest, of any of the sort of movie people that I've met, other than one or two, most of them have that sort of thing about them.
Yeah. I mean, I think with him as well, like, I find him quite overrated anyway. I mean, I do like the original Guardians.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, I don't really like Guardians 2. Guardians 3 is well depressing.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Suicide Squad is fucking horrendous.
Yeah.
What else do you do? I can't remember. I just don't really like his stuff that much. I just find it's too jokey. Just too much jokes. It just, I don't know, it just gets annoying.
The original Guardians is a great movie. I totally agree.
Yeah. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and the like button. Thanks, Nelson.
Cheers, God bless you.
State, nope, new Superman is all messed up. Tony Fennell. It's rumored the next movie, Punisher and Hulk will be sharing space with Spider-Man. That'd be good.
Tony Fennell is actually working on my Rodan base as we speak.
Oh, nice.
Nearly done.
I'll watch Superman, but when it's shown on TV, same as Fantastic Four. Yeah, I'm not in a rush.
Yeah, I'm having exactly the same sort of debate. I'm thinking I'm just going to sit back and chill.
I'm not a fan of the Superman, but a little twist that was in the film throws in regards to how no one knows Clark Kent is Superman when he just puts on a suit and glasses is pretty funny. Eric, I love it. He'd bring me to violence. The best comedian, not trying to be a comedian. No Superman is topping drunk Superman flicking the peanuts in the bar. Yeah.
Superman 3. Did anybody else, I just want to put this out there. Did anybody else feel like that moment, I don't know if it was just me, but the moment in Man of Steel where his dad is trapped and that fucking tornado is about to rip him into pieces and he can't get out of the car. And he looks at his son and his son looks at him and he knows he can get there, knows he can save him. His dad looks at him, he's like, don't. Is that not just maybe the most emotionally charged, powerful scene in any comic book film you've ever seen? I mean, I don't know if it's just being a dad that makes you think like that, but you just know for a fucking fact that if it was you, you'd do the same. If that was your boy and you fucking knew that he could get to you and save you, but it meant everyone would see, everyone would know, you definitely would risk your life to save him now. That's really powerful. I've seen that scene, and it almost makes me cry every time I watch it. I'm like, wow. It's things like that. There are moments in films like that you think, Jesus Christ, the thought pattern in that is very, very good. I just think really hard to top that, man. It's still very difficult.
Rodimus Powered Toy Collector, how you doing? Welcome to the party. I don't like this at all.
This is Kenny Alessandro. I think this is Cap. It's got a few like heads and stuff. Proper Jack, that one, isn't it? Proper comic book as well, though. Bright and vibrant, colourful.
I don't like it. It almost looks like it's like a screenshot from a video game, which like an old PlayStation 1 game or something.
I kind of like the over comic bookness of it. I kind of like that. I think I don't know why, but I kind of like it with Cap a lot. It's vibrant, bright, and it's not got a fucking mark on him, pristine, not a bit of dirt, nothing. Yeah,
I don't like it at all. That Cap has shades of Rob Liefeld art about it. What meaning the anatomy shit?
You mean always what really like big chested? That's funny.
I'm not a fan of that at all. Is that Liefeld Cap? Yeah. Is that Liefeld Cap with the fucked up chest?
I kind of like. I don't mind. I didn't like that Liefeld picture, but
this is another outfit doing another one of these Venom canisters. I think this is the fourth. I think XM done it, and then now 3 other customs.
They're getting very lazy with that, aren't they?
A little bit.
That's like, that's a bit lazy, that one.
I think this one's quite cheap, although.
It looks it.
It comes with a little remote control to light up.
Oh, good. That's good.
Yeah. This one I thought was quite funny because this is like a Fist of North Star bronze piece.
Oh, not so good.
I can't remember the price, but it's like well expensive, like really expensive. Like when you look at it, it's like 1.6, and you're thinking, "Oh, okay, how much
is it?"
It's no, it's brother. I think it's that one's Toki.
Okay, don't know who that is.
Yeah, well, in the actual series, there's 4 brothers.
Oh,
yeah. So let me just find the text for it, see if I can find out. Because I remember seeing the price and just being like, "Huh? You what? You fucking what?
You fucking what?"
Yeah, I was just like, when I saw it, I'm just like, yeah, it must be real bronze because I got this like WhatsApp group and they send so much stuff.
What is it? What group is it?
No, it's just like this. Oh, here you go. So it's just this shop called Hexapus, and they send through loads of stuff. So Moose Art Studios, Vista North Star Toki.
Yeah.
So I click on Toki, and it's $2,699.
Wow.
And then the other one is Moose Art Shoe, and that's again $2,700 basically. So they're bronze 6. That one. Get both of them. Buy them both.
Is it faux?
No, it's meant to be real bronze.
Okay. Quite like this gargoyle. I think it's pretty cool.
Goliath.
Pretty cool. I like it. I like the way that they use the space. It's no real negative space. I kind of like that. Looks really cool. It is quite ominous.
And sorry, I'm going to go back. Sorry, it has feet. So no, you're talking about Rob Liefeld. The longer shield suits the pose more. The rounded shield looks odd. Core proportions more in pose. Captain America. I'm sorry. Superman Clark could have super sucked in airplane. Oh yeah. Super Clark could have super sucked all the air pulling his puppet out of harm's way without anyone knowing. I don't think he knew that power at that point, though, did he?
No, but it's not. You're missing the point. It's not about what he can do. It's not about any of that. They had this show, The Sacrifice, made. The point is the sacrifice made. Because it basically gives you a complete understanding of why he is the way that he is. And he's so like not trusting them and very, very guarded and shielded and trying to protect his identity. And he's doing, and that sort of gives the excuse of why he's not very arrogant with it. Why he doesn't fucking fight back when people start on him at bars. Why he doesn't fucking, he's trying desperately not to be seen when he's helping anyone. It actually gives the archetype of the character its meaning more than any Superman film before it. Why the secrecy? What's the point? You go to the original Superman movies, what's the point? Why is he so careful? I know he looks ridiculous. I know that he puts a pair of glasses on and everyone would be able to notice him. I understand all of these concepts, but why? Why this secrecy? There's no point at that. There's nothing, there's life or death meaning to why you're trying to keep your identity a secret. You want a job. Is that what it is? You want a fucking job? You want to work for the newspaper? You want a bit of a normal life? Is that it? That ain't enough. That ain't enough, that level of care and secrecy. That movie, Man of Steel, gives you that. Is someone really important lay down their life by choice so that you didn't expose what you could do and who you are. That will make you always be careful because you would never befoul that legacy, never. Your dad did that for you. There's no way you'd be running around going, you know what I mean, fucking ripping your shirt off in front of everybody. You wouldn't. Yeah. And I kind of like that. Maybe it's just the way that I see movies because I'm like that. This is how I'm analytical about everything. So maybe that's just why.
Kinshiro has another brother in the extended series, but this guy is his real brother. Man of Steel, I highly enjoyed, especially the evil Kryptonian chick. Yeah. Clark's dad wanted him to keep his identity a secret because he was scared ICE would pick him up for being an illegal alien. Yeah, Goliath, a couple of switch out heads as well.
Yeah, I like the one that's got not bearing any teeth. That one, it's kind of ominous.
Yeah. Well, the thing about it as well is this would have to be two different statues because there's no seam. With this, there would be really terrible seams if you swap them out. That's like under the jaw, wouldn't it?
It'd have to be unless they did like a torso thing. Basically, the hand has the antenna thing connected. So the top torso with the antenna, sort of whatever that is, the church top thing, the spire.
Spire.
Yeah, it's like it just clips in on the top. That would be seamless. The waist thing is a good way to do it.
Yeah, but then it's a waste of an opportunity really by giving it exactly the same pose.
Yes, this is also very true.
Then you got the Havoc as well. This is quite nice.
That's his brother, isn't it? I can't remember his fucking name, but it's
Alex.
Alex, yeah, it's his older brother, isn't it? This is a nice piece.
It's very nice, yeah.
I quite like this. I don't have any emotional connection to the sort of character at all, but nice piece, man.
I like the one though with the big kind of crazy power going around in the rings.
Yeah, but that's like a more modern look, isn't it? This is more a classic look. That one's got the more sort of like he looks like he's in Tron, that cunt.
There you go, you got all the pieces there.
That's still a very good Cyclops as well. Max, I think, it's a good Cyclops, that.
Yeah. The new Superman film sounds seriously woke and therefore doomed.
Oh, yeah.
This Penguin's nice as well, look at that.
Yeah, this is also one that's got like a lot to switch out. So you've got like nods to the game, to the comic, to the television series.
Yeah.
You know, and then you've got like movie ones. I haven't that.
I didn't watch it.
I'm not really interested. I thought the Batman sucks. Like, I thought it was shit.
Yeah.
I literally thought it was absolute horse shit. I hated it. So, yeah, I wasn't impressed though with it. So, the fact that this is derivative from that, it sort of like spoils it for me. I'm kind of like, meh. I kind of like this. Like, I like this more of an enforcer look to the penguin.
I
Though.
think Alex is the younger brother. His older brother, I thought.
Nah, I think it's Alex. I think you're right. I think Havoc is Alex. Alex Summers.
No, I know it is Alex, but I think he is older, isn't he?
I think he's older, yeah.
Okay. Alex Summers is our younger brother. Sorry, I stand corrected.
That's why you're here, bro. Set the facts out.
Yeah.
It would make more sense that he is the younger brother because Cyclops is like the leader.
Yeah. I think it's like in First Class is his older brother, I thought.
Maybe.
Yeah.
This is cool though, if you've got the old fucking leaning on the umbrella and then you've got the enforcer like pulling up his sleeves. It's pretty cool.
That is nice. Yeah, in the movie canon, Alex Havoc was older. Yeah, so that's what I was thinking of then. That penguin kind of looks like Alex when he gets older, according to AI. No offense. I love the way he's always like, here's a shitty comment about Alex. No offense.
No offense.
Yeah, don't mean to offend you, but you're a cunt. Yeah.
I don't mean to offend you, but I'm gonna.
Yeah. That's nice as well, yeah.
Like when someone says, with all due respect, before a sentence, you're like, you're not going to be respectful at all, are you? Let's be
honest. Oh, yeah, we better start talking about the STL files.
Go on in.
So do you guys think, the most part, STL sculpts are surpassing licensed sculpts as they are with creative limitations? Are they without the creative limitation and without too many cooks in the kitchen? Yeah. Okay,
no.
so let's start.
No, I don't.
So should we just start with this? So basically, we're
take
just
this picture because this isn't an STL file picture.
Okay.
I don't want this associated with that because it's not. People will look at it and be like thinking that it's put a picture up of an STL if you want.
Yeah, just take it off at the moment. Hold on.
It's fine. Because that's actually that's a fan art piece that has a commissioner on it and sculptors and people involved with the project. So I don't want any confusion.
So the thing about kind of with STL files really at the moment, you seem to get like quite a lot of them on, say, Patreon, where people will sell them for literally next to nothing. You see them on like Etsy, you see them on eBay, and they do seem to be kind of associated with like a lower price point at the moment. There are some commissioners who are putting out some high-end projects in STL form, and we've just seen someone like Caleb, where now he's going to do most of his projects via STL files. And my kind of experience with STL files, whereas I haven't ordered any myself, but from talking to people who have, it's a very, very kind of hit and miss, area. You get things that look pretty decent, but as soon as you put it into kind of court scale form and you print it, there's a lot of prep to actually get that into a statue. There's a lot of then work for someone like Matt has spoken about it a lot of times, where to engineer it afterwards and to do all this other stuff is a lot of work to get that into a statue. Yeah. And I think that it's something where you're sold something and then there's no guarantee of what you're really getting, because then it all comes down to, well, it's how you printed it, it's how you did this, it's how you did that, and there's too much kind of responsibility being put on that they can do. Yeah, so I just think at the moment we're not at that place where it's something that can be a be all and end all. And I think that once we do get to that point of, this is the way forward and this is the future,
Collecting will be dead by then.
I think it's a very slippery slope. And I think it's something that, it will destroy the hobby. It will.
I think so. I think it's the death of collecting is STL files.
It would just be a Russian roulette. It would literally be a Russian
Do you
roulette.
want me to tell you why it's the death of collecting? Do you want me to tell you? Because at the moment, the trade is who sculpted it, who printed it, who's making it, who's making the good stuff, what name is attached to it. Once you remove the names and you start getting into, very limited detailing of who's sculpted these things, and then even if you're going to get some Temu-like fucking half-assed copy version, it starts becoming incredibly messy to the point where it will start being that everybody will just have all these random pieces, one-of-a-kind pieces, and it'll be like strange, and then it'll be like, oh, like who made that? Who sculpted that? And you're going to have to trust the word of the person that's telling you it. It becomes trusting the person. And it then becomes, well, you've got no one to back that up. It's just you. How do I know that Tiago Pravins sculpted that? Because you said so. I don't know that. It becomes difficult then. It becomes an issue. Because then what you've got is you've got a load of who painted it. Well, this person painted it. How do you know? How the fuck do you know?
Well, there's also the other side of then there's no limit to it, because basically if I buy an STL file, I can print it and then I can send it on to 5 other people. They can print it. They can send it on to 5 other people each. And before long, if it's a good project, then there's no limit to it. But the other flip side of that is, well, then it's free for anyone who wants it, can get it. There's no, I have to be in this elite group. I have to be
the death of
this commissioner. I have to be,
Yes,
so
that's that collecting, mate. Welcome to the reality, harsh realities of life. Which is, if you want the fucking rare shit, you're going to have to fucking talk to the right people. You're going to have to friend. You're going to have to fucking work. You're going to have to chat. You're going to have to do some fucking grafting. You're going to have to kiss a bit of ass. You're going to have to work hard and try and get yourself into the right places. Welcome to the fucking real world. It ain't a case. Once it starts moving into the realms of anybody can have anything printed by whoever, made by whoever, because they say so, we get into all of these variables. There's too many balls in the air there. There's a big problem. And then people just will go, no. And no one will buy nothing. That's what will happen. It will become like, no, I don't even know. You won't even know where your ass from your elbow is.
Well, the other side of it as well is to buy STL files. If you go on Etsy or any of these places, I actually think Etsy did something recently where they stopped it. They actually stopped all these things because people were, because that's the thing as well. Is, for example, Caleb is selling his pieces as STL files. I could buy that and sell them on myself.
Yeah, exactly.
I can undercut him and go, oh, I just paid. And that's the thing as well, is they are normally, when you get STL files, it's when you are like on someone's Patreon group and you get the free files, or they charge very little for it, like $5, $10. It's not like you pay $500 for an STL file. You pay very little for it.
So it has little value. So it has little value, little care. It goes around.
But then there's also the other side, which just to take it, like, it's not taking a dig at him, but it's just something from experience that Caleb is an amazing sculptor. He puts out amazing pieces, but from experience, he has no foresight for what factories can deliver, and he has no foresight about the engineering side of things.
So what can be replicated from his design?
Yeah, so the thing about that is the artists, not everyone, but most of the artists can put out these fantastic pieces, fantastic sculpts, but then there's someone who goes away and keys them, goes away, engineers them, goes away and does all these other things. So, there's no guarantee for that, because then it all comes down to, well, you now have to key it. Because there's a lot of artists who won't even key stuff.
Yeah.
They're meant to key it to certain artists. But certain artists are just like, here's my sculpt, goodbye, pay me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to consider.
I think it may, and I think it will end up destroying collecting as a whole. I think people will then, after a little while of that, they'll go right back to sort of only buying factory pieces, not even fan arts anymore. It'll revert. It will change because people will just be like, no. And that's the point. Like people, there's a signature there. There's a trust. There's a collectability about the items, and there's a community behind it that you know what you're getting is legitimately right, and other people have them and can testify to such. With something like that, one of a kind, this print, this, that, the other, it becomes hearsay. It becomes not solid, and it's based. It's just nothing. It's nothing. Oh yeah, this is sculpted by Martin Canali. Oh yeah, I'm friends with him. Yeah, so, what is that? It's a John Sanchez conversation. That's what that is. That don't mean nothing. It's not real. That name dropping shit, that's not real. You can't trust that. People do know this person. He does do sculpts for these people. These are all true things. But there is a group. There's people like 100, 500 people that have like bought fucking 50 of them. So you know what you're getting. You know where it was printed. You know where it was painted and what happened to it. And you've paid the price accordingly. This changes all of those rules. And it becomes very much like this is it what it says it is? And how many people have it? You've got no guarantees or nothing. So for me, I think at the moment it's got this little place where people are like, oh yeah, they've got this one of a kind thing. And they feel like, and it's their own. And they've helped build it and make it. And they feel really involved in the process. I can completely see the appeal of that. There's a lot of appeal of that. I get it. But in the end, when that goes mainstream, if it does, it'll kill everything else. It'll just die. And then it will just end it.
Well, I mean, it will create more work for painters, I think.
Yeah.
No offense, you look like a horrifically disfigured, smelly old man. Thanks. I prefer Havoc with his all black outfit with the atom arch on his head. I think that ZBrush and 3D printers are the game changer. I see a lot of customizers that use STL scans of actors and modify them. But that's the other side as well, is you'll get a lot of people
suing.
What would it be called? Would it be called recasting, or how is it called? You're going to get a lot of people where they kit bash or they take someone else's sculpt and change it. And there's going to be a lot of that.
Though, hasn't it? It's already happened a lot. Already.
Yeah. Spirit Away stuff. Yeah, we're going to that. Don't worry, Ryan.
What was that?
The Spirit Away piece. One could argue it's hit and miss with licensed pieces as well.
Yeah, but we're not talking about quality hit and misses. We're talking about, let's say, for example, Sideshow. Let's just say Sideshow. Sideshow release a piece. They release that beast. That piece is an edition size of 250 pieces. I know who sculpted it. I can probably, if I did a little bit of digging, I can find out who printed the damn fucking thing. And I can find out what factory it's in and been painted in. I find all this information out. A couple of phone calls, a couple of messages. I can have all this information. So I can do all of that. I know its history. And on top of that, there's groups upon groups upon groups that know the piece, who made it, who sculpted it, who painted it. They know all of these questions. So it has an establishment. You know what that's called? You know what that's called? When I'm all them things I'm talking about. Legacy. That's legacy. It means something. It's from somewhere. It belongs to something. It has a standard, as a seal of approval from something that's established. Heritage. It's heritage. You understand me? These things, there's no heritage. It's nothing. It's in the air. It's whatever the person who's selling it to you says it is. Printed by who they say it is. Who do you trust? You trust these people? Are you serious? Who?
Well,
Some fucking guy on Facebook.
There's still that with
no, there's not.
There's unlicensed pieces where they say this is sculpted by X, and it's actually not. It's managed by X, not sculpted by them.
But there's a lot of that going on. You're talking about technicalities. It's still managed by that person. This could be sculpted by nobody. This could be printed by nobody. And it could be fucking keyed by, you don't know any of the details or anything. You're trusting whoever has got the project. And by the time it gets the actual printing in your hand, how many people has it been through? Who else has it? All of these things is about trust. And I don't trust no one. So what are you going to do? This is my point. You trust Sideshow because it's got heritage. It's got 25, 30 years of trading. It's the same with license, but it's the same with fan art pieces. It's the same thing. The longer they are in and operating and making things, trust becomes more. And then eventually, they have a couple of bad projects, they disappear, they take everyone's cash. That happens like with most cases. But you still have to build that trust and heritage. You still have to build it. You're talking about something starting from zero. Where can it go from there? It's not going to go anywhere where there's more trust. The longer it goes on, the more that it happens, the more that these sort of STL files are going to be flying around. So it's worse, not better. Do you understand? It's like in reverse. It's like collecting in reverse. It becomes less known who did it. Who did that? Who added that? That's new.
Well, yeah, and there will be a lot of people taking credit for other people's work as well.
Exactly. The longer STL files become more established and do more damage, they're going to do more, cause more issues. Not going to fix issues. And it won't increase heritage. It will just get worse.
Blame Games Workshop for the issue. As far as I know, the STL issue was because Warhammer pieces cost too much. So people posted files so people could print their own and then branched out. It started a few years ago and just got worse and worse. And the files are so stupidly simple to create and make. I think the more talented artists, painters can turn a mediocre 3D print into gold, and they will usually provide a certificate of authenticity and signature of provenance. It would be like sex after a burrito, guaranteed because disaster. Yeah. It's pretty much banned STL files. Last I heard, yeah, that's something I do recall reading as well. I reckon there's going to be more aftermarket pieces and bases made for licensed pieces. It's already happening with Jack Stowe making base for Dragon Ball and One Piece. That's actually something we were going to touch on today as well, was about, there's actually a big thing about license companies, a big individual license company, are allegedly going to be cracking down on custom makers of add-on parts.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
if you get like an add-on head sculpt or anything like that, allegedly they're going to be cracking down on those.
They seem to be more pissed about that at the moment. They seem to be more pissed about that, don't they? The guys that actually are adding things to statues that are not made by them, they're getting quite cross about that.
But the other side of that is they need to have your statue for them to do this.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's kind of maybe getting you sales because, there are pieces out there.
I've done it, yeah. Done it myself.
But there's pieces out there where it needs another head sculpt. It needs something else. And it may even be the licensors won't approve it. It may be that factory fucked it up. It may be one of those things, but people need to have your statue for them to be able to buy these.
I agree with your point.
And I don't see how they can police that really, because if I'm making a head of a certain character, you could just say it's anything.
I think it's more to do with the fact that if you're trying to sell them, you're trying to sell like 100 of them, and it becomes the issue. I think that's what they're trying to stop. They're not trying to stop people from making their own shit. They're trying to stop you from selling it.
Yeah.
Producing it. Mass.
I won't be surprised, but I won't surprise you, but I'm not a fan of the STL direction. Yeah. Don't blame you.
I don't think I am either, to be honest. I mean, I certainly won't be dipping my foot into that arena at all. Like I said, for me, if things are about heritage, it's what I'm interested in. And there are new kids on the block that are doing things I happen to like. and that's fine. I have a trust in that, but I don't just buy any old thing that I like, even if it's a fan art group and I don't know who they are. I don't touch anything. I start investigating, looking, speaking to people, and then I watch them for a little while. I miss the piece, but I'm happy to, because that's the kind of person. That's just how I run things. I'm not emotionally invested to that degree with anything. I can easily just turn it off whenever I want. Just be like, no, I'm not that. No chance.
I still think the licensed statue have the highest percentage of statues and sculpts that look as if they were done by a team of professionals, from art directors, sculpt and paint.
I don't think you have. I don't think there's an argument to that. I completely agree with your point. In terms of like the finished article, art box, you know how everything's packed and it's very professional. It feels like that. There's no doubt about it. You're not wrong.
Provenance is a key to collecting. Geo, I agree. He said, she said means nothing in the real world. Well said. The collecting Wild West is nice.
Yeah.
Jackdo are making resin bases and effects to add on to PVC figures. There's a massive difference between an add-on part and an entire piece, of course. Provenance and COA, chain of custody, history, etc. should be important aspects to consider in the assessing value. Ross Carter, how you doing, Ross from Sydney? Hope you're doing well. Good luck, good health, and cheers. Cheers to that.
Well.
Got an empty glass, I'm afraid.
Yeah, me too.
And, how the hell can you prevent someone from sculpting an original variant piece and distributing like an arm, etc.? I think, as Julia is saying, is more about a volume of it and then listing it as this is a Sideshow add-on Magneto head.
Yeah.
So then
if it was me, I'll just go small. Just stay small. Don't do like fucking 100 of anything. Just do like fucking 25. Don't ever mention fucking any who it's for. Don't mention a company name for anything. Just be like, you know what, it's a Magneto. Or like, for example, it's the Gambit fucking Sonic Wave with cards. And don't say anything about what piece it's sort of for. Let people sort of ask the questions and talk in PM. Do it that way. Just need to get a little bit smarter about it. It's very open. So if anyone chooses target any type of situation, it's not impossible to find.
It's similar to bootlegging vinyl. Boom. Alex, do you know anything about Prime One and their relationship with Blitzway? I heard there were issues with their collaboration and is in danger of breaking up. Haven't heard anything. Haven't heard anything at all.
I heard that same thing that he's heard there. They've had an argument over what was the last one they did?
Some aliens, Ripley.
It wasn't that. It was something more recent than those. There was a fucking big falling out because of that. And apparently they've gone their separate ways. Don't know. I haven't had it confirmed by anybody reliable yet. But I did hear the same rumours you heard. So they had a big falling out over the last one. I'm sure it's the last piece that they're sort of collaborating on. It is now. But yeah.
But they did a few movie pieces, obviously. I can't think. Custom producers should say any payment is taken as a donation. Yeah. The boys and Terminator. Yeah, the boys was cancelled. And then the Terminator piece. Presents a... There you go. So yeah, this is just a piece that popped up, Maple Flare Studios. And this is from Spirited Away.
Okay.
So it's a very popular animation. This then is Supergirl. This one was sent a few weeks back, but we've only just got to it now.
We've only got another 10 minutes. I got to go.
Yeah. Not totally a fan of this one.
Nope.
Not a fan at all. This looks like an STL file.
It does. It does.
Looks a bit unfinished.
Yeah, it just looks like loads of things just thrown on top of each other, really.
And that base just adds ridiculous depth. Unnecessary.
Yeah, I don't want all that.
Yeah,
okay. So whole fucking 2-3 characters you could have standing there.
Yeah.
Space is the enemy, man. It's at the moment we've got to try and buy so much more museum stuff. This is nice.
I don't think The Boys was cancelled. I thought they planned to finish. No, he's talking about the Prime One Blitzway statues. They were cancelled.
Yeah, collaborations.
Soundboard Josh. This then is the Superior Spider-Man. It's a nice piece.
Oh yeah, nice paint on that.
Yeah. Silver Surfer.
Big fucking Galactus, that is, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's funny. Have you seen it before?
No.
It's like when you look at it from the side, it's like that thin. It's like really thin.
Oh, okay, it's not
So
okay.
There's like no back to it.
Oh, cool, right.
Yeah, that was an STL file. Funny enough.
Okay.
Josh finally on board. Been planned for a while with this. Ended with season 5. Oh, Prime One. Yeah. Now you're on the same page, Josh. Well done. Yeah, this is nice.
It's
Octavius. I've actually got that. Funny enough.
That's a different Spider-Man in the last one. You know that, don't you?
Yeah.
That's completely different.
I like that one.
Yeah, I know that's a nice one. They're both nice, to be fair.
I like the eyes on this one as well, though.
I think you got to switch out eyes. I think you get white and black.
Yeah.
I don't know with this one, knowing this who's doing this one, there'll be loads of options. I like the pose on that one a bit better though. This sort of like very crouched. It very much reminds me of that Over the Grave from the cover.
Yeah. Well, I've got the poster there for the original one, which is from Back in Black, where it says "Here lies Eddie Brock."
Yeah, but they did a Superior Spider-Man one where he lies Peter Parker.
Yeah.
It's on the grave like that, and he.
Yeah, and it was Glenn Crane cover, I think it was.
Yes, yeah, I think you're right. He likes all them copy ones, doesn't he?
Fucking well pissed me off. Well, he just does all the homage covers, he calls it, doesn't he? Where he just fucking does other people's art all the time. That's all he really does. Storm.
Yeah, it's nice. Bit cartoony, but nice.
Yeah, there's something about it that reminds me, like of the original X-23 kind of, with that cartoony look to it. Something about it. Yeah. It's all right. This then is the Thanos with all his minions from the movie.
Yeah, or the Black Order, innit?
I don't know. You would know that.
Yeah, it's the Black Order. So the children of Thanos are more.
It looks like Riyadh. Her forehead ain't big enough. Rihanna's forehead's big.
Ebony Moore, Black Dwarf,
Corvus Glaive.
And you've got
Giant.
Super Giant. You have Super Giant. You have Black Dwarf, Super Giant, and then Midnight Proxima. Midnight Proxima, I think her name is. It's the girl. Yeah. Or Proxima Midnight, I think it might be.
Children of Thanos, the Black Order.
Yeah.
Uncarded review knows his shizzle. It's nice, but something about it just doesn't look complete. Again, it's just something.
This just looks like another one of them files again. It looks like a project or person that's been made. A particular outfit that I like, and I buy a lot of their pieces.
Wicked Team, painted by Dumi, limited edition 1 of 1. Yeah, Wicked Team does loads of STL files.
Company, like a fan art commissioner, I know is making all of them anyway. Seen all the designs.
Oh wow!
I'm very much looking forward to those.
There's another Thanos there.
It's cool.
Not a fan of the colour of the lava, but
pizza.
Yeah, it looks like spaghettios,
Macaroni, cheese, motherfucker.
All right, we'll finish there then, yeah?
Yeah, let's do it. That's good.
All right, let's stop there. Remove that, and let's see how many we got through. How many do you think we got through there?
300?
Ooh, no, we only had 274.
How many did we do?
Actually, we weren't that far away. Holy shit, okay. We did 258 of 274.
Good.
We have literally 2 statues left.
Go on then, go.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Well, don't then, you fucking gay. Whatever you want. Which one are you doing?
Oh, fuck off, I got to open it up.
There's such a fucking tartlet. Just get them up and go.
Okay, is that going to work? There you go. This is Trunk from Future Trunk from Dragon Ball, I believe. So,
Cool.
don't really know much about it, but it's a very popular character. And this then is the Samurai Wolverine.
Yeah, this looks wicked. There's loads of options of this.
Oh.
Got the old Raiden head. I like the Raiden head a lot.
Yeah. That one, the guy just died, didn't he, recently?
Yeah, one of them did.
The guy with the claws.
Where it was like it.
Yeah. And then he's got this
sort of armor / Wolverine mask. It's pretty cool.
And then top dot.
Yeah, he's got your old haircut there. And the difference is he actually conditions his hair.
Don't worry, I wash and condition my hair. Yes, it's just it's fucking grey, wiry fucking hair, man. It looks like a fucking Brillo pad.
Your fucking hair is like a fucking wire brush, man. You look like Wurzel Gummidge's cousin.
It's really so long. I really need to cut it as well long.
Yeah, so you got all of these heads and stuff. They're pretty cool, man. Loads of different switch out smoking cigars, swords. It's fucking awesome.
No, it's nice. There you go. That's it. Got there. We got there, my guy. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z. Cheers, guys. There you go. Yeah.
Thanks, Pete. Look for it. Appreciate all the feedback and all the stuff today. There was a lot of knowledgeable cats in the chat, so I appreciate that. A lot of good words.
No, thanks everyone.
You're only as good as your weakest player. And today, that player was Alex.
Fuck off! If I weren't here, what would you do? You don't know how to share pictures. You don't know how to do anything.
I can't anyway. I'm using a phone. I'm not using a laptop.
You can do it on your phone. I'm sure you can do it on your phone.
But you can't do it on your phone.
Well,
you go.
Sure anyway. All right, I can't get those. I need you to send across the voice clips. We need to get those sorted. I need to start editing some stuff.
Cool.
So we'll get some stuff sorted out. Oh, that was it. I was going to edit a video the other day, and then the editing software wouldn't let me put any. You couldn't hear anything. So I just got pissed off and fucking stopped doing that. Anyway, right, guys, take care. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next.